Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Carl Froch, aka the Cobra. You know who I am. I'm delighted to be joined with this man, the man that took me to the moon actually at the end of my career, Eddie Hearn. You know who he is, but for those of you who don't know, actually, we sort of joined forces during the Super 6 tournament.
Yeah.
I was over in America. I think the first fight was Glencoff Johnson.
Correct.
And then it was Andre Ward. And then back to England on UK soil. Back on Sky Sports, which was the big move for me.
Yeah.
And obviously, you did such great things for me towards the end of my career. I remember once we was driving down, was in America during the Super 6 and we sat in the back of a cab and he says, I think I'll probably get you 10 million quid before you, and I'm thinking, he's chatting shit here, 10 million quid. I was in the Super 6, I was earning a couple of $1 million a fight,
Right.
but 10 million quid in sterling, as towards the end of the career sort of move, I was like, yeah, fair play to him.
It's a lot
You've
more
got
than
big
that,
ambitions. It might have been, but
yeah.
mate, you did it. You did it for me.
You
And
did
you
it.
you
I
honoured
mean,
your word.
yeah,
Yeah,
you did it.
I
I
did
mean,
the fighting.
Yeah, but I always felt when we I mean, you also, when we teamed up, I wasn't where we are now. You know, you still took a leap of faith in us, and you know, it was a big thing for us signing you. I mean, we had Darren Barker at the time, we had Kell Brook, but that was kind of it. And you were like the icing on the cake of that. And you know, the Glencoff Johnson fight, I was also very green.
Yeah.
When you go back and you look at the pictures at Butte with me running in the ring, and like, I'm not saying we didn't know what we were doing at the time, but it was a different game then.
Absolutely, years ago.
It's become, you know, back then it was just seat of your pants.
Yeah.
Like, we were just fucking all balls, no breaks.
Yeah.
Now it's become very serious and it's a global business, and like,
Yeah.
you know, but back then it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because you fought Glencoff Johnson, they nearly robbed you that night actually. And then
You thought I was going to...
no, but I was just
a bit
concerned
worried,
because
weren't
I
you?
didn't really trust. And one judge gave it a draw,
Yeah, I know.
which was
I know.
outrageous.
Yeah.
And then I was so excited, I picked
That's
you
true.
up, put you on
Yeah.
my shoulders in the ring after,
Yeah.
and from behind, you didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then you fought Andre Ward, and everyone knows who don't know the story is, and it's a great example to fighters how you took that Lucien Butte fight. Because I said, when you lost to Ward, let's just bring him back in a homecoming.
Yeah.
You didn't have to fight Lucien Butte. But what that actually did was that enabled you to go on and make the money you did, because you rolled the dice, and that was a night we'll never forget.
Yeah, we'll probably get into that a little bit more in a minute, but I was introducing you to the crowd, and you've explained it well there, because you came on the back end of my career. I was already world champion, and then took me to the next level, and obviously that ended with Wembley Stadium. I don't like to talk about it much.
No, I've noticed that.
Wembley Stadium,
Yeah.
big crowd, George Groves knockout. I mean, what a night. That was the end of my career.
Mad that was the end of your career.
Just
You know,
unbelievable.
It still baffles me in a way, and a cool way to go out. There's no doubt about that. But I remember, you know, that fight was quite hard work with the negotiations, because it was like there was a lot of bad blood in that fight, and he definitely pissed you off, and you dealt with him. But after that, your dream had always been to have a big fight in Vegas. And I remember I was in Mauritius, and the call come through from Al Heyman. Do you remember I went to see him about Chavez?
Yeah.
You know, and
Chavez Jr., yeah.
and I was on the beach speaking to you on the phone, and we had a really good offer actually to fight Chavez. Well, that wasn't as much as the Groves fight. It was still a lot of money, and you were just like, do you know what? My elbow's playing up, and I was thinking,
A few little
but I was
niggles
just
and
thinking,
excuses.
"Bloody hell,
Yeah.
I think he's done," because the
The
fact
des-
that it wasn't
Yeah, it's the
telling
desire.
you to, and you made the right decision, because if you didn't want to do that, you shouldn't be in the game anymore.
Yeah.
If you really didn't want to, you know, because it was on a plate for you. Do you know
I
what
definitely
mean?
went out at the top, and I went out when there was still a lot of money on the table,
It's like
potentially.
Crawford
Yeah.
just retired. Like
Yeah.
he could
could
have
have a
another
couple more,
3 or
yeah.
4 fights.
But he's made
Easy.
stupid money.
Yeah, but
I made
yeah.
great money, but and look at the career he's had, and yeah, he could still have a couple more. It is similar to
Yeah,
that.
but I think people don't understand the body as well. Like, apparently, I know some people know Crawford said, like, he's had a few things playing up, and
yeah.
I think like you, you're
When you're a tiny bit injured, but the main thing for me was the desire.
Yeah.
The first
You were
Groves
right,
fight,
yeah.
first Groves fight was fucking horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I got dropped in round 1. I got splattered for 5 or 6 rounds, punched from pillar to post.
But I always say that.
I pulled it back and drew it round, and it was all. But even though I won, it felt like a loss.
Yeah.
And it was just so mentally draining.
Yeah, but also, he played a blinder.
He
in
did.
That first fight.
Brilliant,
And that was
brilliant.
the first fight where I'd ever seen you backstage on a ring walk, just not fired up.
Yeah, 'cause I was
I'll
thinking,
never
fuck,
forget.
I'm
we
not
walked,
trained
we
properly for
walked to
this.
the ring. I don't know if you remember. And we were backstage, and you went to me, "It's cold in here, isn't it?"
It was
And
cold.
I was like,
Was it not? Was it warm?
no, it wasn't warm, but like when you fought Boots,
Yeah, well,
you
I'm
were
a
like a
tough-
man possessed.
Yeah, I was on it.
You were like hyperventilating before you got on that stage.
Yeah, I was ready for it.
With Groves, you were like, God, it's a bit chilly in here, isn't it? And I was
Yeah.
thinking, oh. And listen, what you done that night was unbelievable because you got absolutely battered in the first few rounds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was actually one of your great performances because he was sharp then.
Yeah.
He was very sharp. And he
Was
was
it
so
stopped too
fit.
early?
I think it was a bit like the one the other week. What was it?
I think you answered this the other day very well
yeah,
on
what was the
something.
stoppage the other week?
Yeah, it got stopped.
Because
and-
Groves was moaning
and
about me saying...
And it could have carried
what
on.
was it was the Joseph Parker fight.
Of course it was,
with
yeah.
Fabio Wardley.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I said, the reality is
There was nothing coming back for a
Joseph
while.
Parker was about to get knocked out, in my opinion, and he wasn't throwing back. He wasn't like gone, and Groves wasn't gone, but he was getting battered. And actually, if they would have let it go on for another 10 or 15 seconds, I think on reflection now, and as you know, I'd always have your back, and especially during those fights when we're like, for me, in a world championship fight,
Yeah.
I think maybe
Yeah.
that fight was stopped a little
Yeah,
bit. early.
I think it was.
But
I've said
he
for
was
years.
badly hurt, and he was going to get knocked out.
I've said for
No
years
doubt.
it wasn't stopped too early, and said Howard Foster made a great decision because you could argue that he did because he was about to get beat anyway.
Yeah. I don't
but
think
it was
outrageous.
it was
but
a-
I think
it was
they
a bit
could have
early.
given him another 10 or 15
It was a bit
seconds.
early, but that set up.
he was done then.
Yeah, it was done.
Yeah.
And that set up Wembley.
Yeah, it did.
That was, and yeah. But I just wanted to say because I've had this channel now for getting on for 3 years. I think I've had you on once at the beginning. It was in
Right, yeah.
Sheffield. We had a quick chat. That went really well as well. We had a bit of a laugh. Then I got Tony Bellew on as well, and
Yeah.
had a bit of a piss take with him. But you've not been on since.
You
And
haven't really asked me, to be honest with you.
have I not?
Maybe once, no.
Reached out a little bit, I suppose.
But
But
I
yeah.
felt sorry for you this week because you've been denied access. Do you know what I mean? So
We'll
when
get into
Member
that.
messaged me, he's like, look, we can't. I said, I'll see you at the press conference. We'll do a bit there. He's like, we're not allowed
Oh, I
in.
did.
So I was like, all right, come to the place. And
So it's
then-
got nothing to do with you then, me not getting in.
No,
I knew it.
no. That's you know that ain't my style.
Absolutely.
I don't care. At the end of the day, you can ask me whatever you want,
Yeah.
and I'll tell you straight how I feel. It's not
Yeah.
like, but we never ban anyone because it ain't a good look.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you know what I
silly,
mean? It's
isn't it?
like
It's silly.
you can't be looking to control the narrative all the time. Now I can spin the narrative. That's my job. But I'm never going to say
You're pretty good at that
you
as well,
can't.
to be
Yeah,
fair.
that's the best.
Best in the business.
without doubt. But you can't just say, no, you can't have your opinion.
No,
and
exactly.
I
It's silly,
saw
really.
your piece the other day. Your opinion is valid to a point. I don't agree with. I don't agree with everything you say, but you do know what you're talking about, and you know the game.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So you've not been avoiding me?
No,
That was
I
my
would
question.
never avoid you. I mean, you give me the ump a little bit sometimes because the whole AJ thing. The reality is he's my mate. You're my mate. Right? When you were fighting, as you've seen with other fighters as well, I'll take a bullet for you, right? And I would always. And when you got criticised as a fighter, I was always there, the one facing the media, saying "fuck you." No, this. Do you know what I mean? And you didn't really deserve. I mean, after the Andre Ward fight, a lot of people thought you were finished, right?
Yeah.
And they thought, oh, he's done now. Look at what you've done. You came back, and what you did, I think that was the best moments of your career.
Yeah.
I mean, Pascal was amazing, Jermaine Taylor was amazing,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so.
And if you look at what Andre Ward did and what he achieved, that loss
was also a
wasn't
horrible
really
fight.
that
I mean, he's
that
just-
loss. Is
No.
I'm hopefully going to get him on, so I'm not going to give him any stick anymore because he does deserve respect and he's a
Yeah.
great fighter.
Yeah.
He knows how to win, but he's an awkward, horrible
Yeah,
fighter to
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
It's not great to watch. Sometimes you look at it and you think, okay, I'm not going to rewatch that.
Yeah, but it
But he
was-
beat me fair and square. It was horrible, but it wasn't a beating on my point. I didn't get beat up, didn't get dropped. It was a loss where you could look at that and say, oh, is Froch about done here? Well, no, he just lost to a really
I
fantastic
just think
fighter.
they felt like you've had a lot of wars.
Yeah.
You weren't young, like. Where's he going to go
Yeah,
from here,
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing? Do you know what I mean? But he's also a
Fucking
massive
showed him,
fighter.
didn't I? That
You
boot
did
tape
show
fight.
him. Yeah, but you did show him. But a lot of people wrote you off.
Yeah, they did.
And we never, I would say, just watch. And all the people that wrote you off there and said you were finished, you proved that we knew you weren't finished because we knew the inside.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But a lot of people wrote you off and said you were done at that point. A lot of people wrote you off after the first Groves fight. Do you know what I mean? And you never liked that criticism because you were true to the game and you always gave it your all. And I think a lot of the time you sort of felt, what the fuck, like, I'm giving everything.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my fights I've been in. This.
Yeah. I was close to being written off in that fight, though. At the end of that one after that, I was, let me say, I retired at the top, and I retired at the time when I could have had a big fight with Chavez,
Yeah.
and or could have left a bit of money on the table, if you like. The desire was well and truly
Yeah,
gone.
but once that goes,
That was gone.
and that's very important.
And I managed to dig in for the training camp for that whole fight, for the rematch with Groves at Wembley Stadium in front of all them people. And that for me got me through the camp, knowing this is the last time I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Even though I still had one eye on maybe fight in Vegas, maybe have a big.
I didn't know that
maybe
you
one
thought
big,
that might be.
But
the
in my
last
head,
one.
yeah, I'm because my elbows are killing me, my hand's killing me. I'm not enjoying the sparring. I'm getting up
Yeah.
in the morning doing runs, and I used to get up and run and think, right, my watch, I'm doing 6.5 minute miles. Got to get that down to 6 minute miles to the end of this camp, and I've got to do 1,000 press ups this week, and I have to do, you know what I mean? And it's all monitored in my diary, and I was like excited to hit the targets and hit the goals. I was opening the diary going, for fuck's sake, yeah, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, that run was slow.
There was
I've
lot
got
of
to take a
pressure.
minute
There
off that run.
there
I'm
was a
like,
lot
I'm
of
never going to take a minute off that run. And can I be arsed? No, I can't really be arsed. But I did a 12-week camp in Sheffield for the rematch and put everything into it and got the result that I wanted. And I just thought it's mic drop moment. That
a
is
lot of pressure.
Yeah.
in that fight.
And
I
you
remember
alluded-
coming
yeah, go
round
on.
to your apartment. I think you were staying in Mill Hill for that fight.
in London, yeah.
And you were actually a little bit similar to AJ in the respect of, because you're intelligent, like you actually had less confidence than some people would think. Do you know what I mean? Like on fight, you know, like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
would
yeah.
question yourself.
Yeah,
I remember
I'd
we
overthink
sat,
stuff,
Yeah, we sat
question
there
stuff.
on that day before the afternoon of the fight, and you were on your own in the apartment. I came in and you were like, "What do you think then? What do you think?"
Yeah, what
And
do you
I'm like,
reckon?
"You're going to smash him."
Sometimes you need a
yeah,
bit of
no, and he's like,
reassurance.
even when you fought Yusuf Mack. Do you
Yeah.
remember? Like
Yeah, yeah,
all of a
yeah.
sudden, it was like, this geezer's a decent southpaw, you know.
Yeah.
He can box a bit. He can move. Have you seen his fight with? Can't remember
Yeah,
Chad,
yeah.
whoever it was. Do you know what I mean?
Tavoris Cloud.
Yeah, Tavoris Cloud. And I was like, mate, you're going to stop him inside 3 rounds, and you're like, oh, do you think so?
Yeah,
and it was weird because
Yeah,
a lot of people. But AJ's
think-
a little bit like that.
I
as
think
well.
the
Like
way-
sometimes you're kind of overthinking a little bit rather
But
than.
being on edge and being a little bit edgy and being a bit doubtful and having questions,
Yeah.
that puts me in.
Yeah.
Gets me ready.
Yeah.
Instead of switching off, because
Yeah, no,
if you
you're right,
if
yeah.
you sat back and switched off and you're confident, you're like you can be overconfident and it
Probably
kills
like
you.
the Groves first fight,
But
really.
you mentioned something a minute ago about you don't agree with everything I say all the time,
Mm.
but you're entitled to your opinion. And I'll come on to that now because you've not been on the channel for 3 years, and I know you'd come on, and you've come on now. I wasn't sure you'd come on, and not that it's a major big deal, but it's great to get you on.
Well,
It's
it's
great
for
to
you.
talk to you. Yeah, it's for me. What about you? You get some good views now.
You do, I know.
No, you'll get some
Yeah,
good
yeah.
views
Oh,
now.
thanks, mate. Thanks.
Together we'll get
Yeah,
great
thank you,
views.
thank
I can see you've done a little bit extra special, haven't you, on the
Yeah,
barnet?
bit of crafty
Looking good.
coding.
He wanted to sit on that side as well.
No, I need to sit on that side. It's better that side.
But yeah, have we been flicking a bit of shit at each other in the
Not really.
background?
I
Like,
mean, you like,
I've
for
said
the-
a few things in the background. You've also said a few bits. I think one of the... Yeah, go on. You answer that. Have you been
Not
flicking
really.
a bit of shit?
No, I like everybody to get on,
Yeah.
right? And I just feel like, you know, sometimes I don't like some of the things you say about AJ, right? Because he's my guy, like you were my guy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, it's the same thing if, when you were in your position, when people were writing you off or slating you, I would fall out with them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that's
yeah.
just the way I am.
Yeah, of course, 'cause
And
you-
and like, but also, I think sometimes he gets a little bit of a raw end of this. I think some people don't know where he's at physically. We talk about desire, yeah, right? His desire is as high as it's ever been. I know that because I'm with him all the time. So, like, but you are making your channel's doing very well because you're outspoken. And by the way,
Yeah.
you're entitled to your opinion. It's not
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I think, I can't believe you. I'll never phone you up and say, Cole, don't say that, or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you can't say that.
Yeah.
But sometimes I look at it and go, no, I don't like it because, you know, you two, although you've never had this really close relationship, you kind of came through.
Yeah,
You
came
know,
through together,
at the
especially towards the end
time,
of the
and
career.
he respects you a hell of a lot. I know the history's the history with McCracken and stuff like that, but like you were true to the game and you gave everything to the game, so does he. And he's a good person, and he gives 120% to his boxing. Like, he loves it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know where he's at. I know his desires. I know, you know. And
I've always got on with AJ, and I've got a lot of respect for him because there's a profound respect between fighters anyway. Even if you don't like the guy, and I do like AJ, but if you don't like a fighter, like there's fighters I could mention that I don't particularly like, I think he's a prick or he's a twat or I don't like the way he talks, but the fact that he's a fighter and he goes in the ring and goes through what I know I've been through, I can understand. So you've said something like, you said I'm bitter and jealous, and for me that was quite hurtful because to say that about me when all I want AJ to do is make as much money as he can, like any fighter, and retire with his health. That's for me the most important.
Yeah, I don't know.
And, and
I
that's
think-
genuine. But when you say that,
But sometimes I think you're such a competitor.
is there anything I've said that makes you think that actually, is there
think-
something that jumps out where you go, that was fucking out of order, you shouldn't have said that?
Yeah, it's the way you say things sometimes. like the emphasis that you have on the. I mean, that's your way.
Yeah, that's
So
my
he's
delivery
like,
though.
Oh, he got absolutely battered,
Yeah.
finished, done. Like, do you know what I mean? Or this
El Sparko.
Oh, El Spark. Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
it's like.
But that's just the delivery though.
I know, but also.
But the
I don't-
contents of it, for me,
but
it's
I'm
real.
entitled- Just like you're entitled to say what you think.
Yeah.
I'm entitled to think what I think.
Absolutely.
And I look at that and I don't like, you know, I don't get it. But you're also running the channel. You're doing what you're doing. Like, if you really feel that way about him, I just want the best for him. I want him to make as much money as he can. I want him to leave the sport healthily. I just think there should be a little bit more respect, because he would never come on and go, yeah, well, Carl Froch, you know, he was overrated. He couldn't box. Kawasaki would have smashed him. Blah, blah. That's not his way.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he goes, Froch was unbelievable. Wow, what a warrior.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any negativity in his blood. You are quite a negative person at times.
I can be.
Right?
And listen.
No, but that's what made you what you are as a fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got a chip on your shoulder. You always had it coming through that you felt that people were getting, who deserved less, were getting more. And you, in the end, ended up actually doing unbelievably well and getting all of that glory.
I smashed it in the end.
You did, but
thanks to you.
no,
And
but
when
no,
I see,
no.
when
But
I
for
see
a long
fighters,
time, you weren't getting what you deserved.
no, we didn't have the TV. we didn't have the, that's
And-
why I got
and
rid of
I'm
my
not
old
saying you're-
promoter.
I'm not saying you're envious, right? But sometimes I think you look at what you made and what you went through, and then maybe others who might be making it in not. I mean, this isn't really AJ, but some people might be making it in an easier way, and you're like, fucking hell, like, you know. And if you wouldn't have made what you made in the end of your career, I think you would have left the sport a little bit dumbfounded with it, because you deserve to make a fortune.
Yeah.
Because you were in fight of the year contenders all the time.
What I'd say to that is, I made a lot of money. Like, I didn't make 100 million, but I made tens of millions.
Yeah.
I've got my property business structured. I've got various revenue streams, and I'm going in the right direction. My head's above water all the time. Always there's more coming in that's going out. And you know yourself, you spend money quick. I've got 3 kids in private school. I've got property abroad. I'm looking at doing something in Dubai, which I might talk a little bit about more another time. But when you're in a position where you're financially free and you've smashed it, and more importantly than that, you've got your health, it's like, I can't be jealous of anybody. Floyd Mayweather made a
I'm not
fucking
saying you're jealous,
fortune.
but I just feel like
So that was the only thing though that
Yeah.
I just wanted to say to you about Anthony Joshua and the jealousy thing. That pissed me off a little bit. But you're entitled to your opinion. We might have to agree
but
to
I
disagree.
don't know why you do. Like, I don't know why you're so.
I was probably a little bit angry with not angry, probably a little bit disappointed with the way that he parked up Robert McCracken, because Rob had his back,
Yeah,
and Rob would advise him
but
on certain
also
things.
On that, Carl, like, I was there the whole time, right?
Yeah.
AJ, they should have parted company earlier.
Do you think?
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, because AJ was looking for a little bit more, right or wrong, right? And Rob, for me, one of the best trainers that's ever lived, one of the greatest guys, one of the best brains in the sport. But sometimes with a fighter,
Looking for more in the training, you mean?
I think, and right or wrong, you know, I need to improve. I need to do this. I need to do that. And what AJ actually did was he brought in additional an additional look, but wanted Rob there all the time.
Yeah.
Once you do that, the relationship's over.
Yeah.
And they never fell out, by the way. But it was like Rob was probably thinking in the end, what on earth's going on here? I've got 2 trainers in
A
here.
lot of people in the gym,
Yeah,
yeah.
but AJ, he was absolutely hell bent that Rob was his guy.
Yeah.
And actually, eventually, naturally, it was like, this just ain't working
It's
anymore.
not working.
So they never fell out. But what they did together was incredible. But it was never like, AJ never disrespected Rob to the point of binned him off with a text. Do you know what I mean? They tried and they tried and they tried and they tried. And eventually, it you know, and that happened. So
however their relationship ended, I mean, there's always 3 versions to the story. There'll be one side, another side, then there'll be the truth. And I've got a different version, which I don't want to go into, just out of respect for Rob McCracken.
but I know.
But that might be,
by the way,
one of the reasons. Gone.
Rob made
Yeah.
millions out of Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
Right? Deserved it. No doubt. What Rob did with AJ wouldn't be where he is today without Rob McCracken. And AJ acknowledges
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But let's just make one thing clear. AJ continued to work with him, continued to play with him, because he never wanted to leave him. He never wanted to disrespect him. And I know, forget Rob's version, forget AJ's version, I was in the middle of it all. I know exactly what, and trust me, in terms of fallouts, that was placid. Do you know what I mean? And AJ's
Rob's not the type of guy to fall out of
no,
anybody.
but AJ's also one of the most loyal people. Trust me, because I've been with him, and he loved Rob McCracken. Still loves Rob McCracken. Life changes. Do you know what I mean? And I think that some people don't realise that just because you make money and you start to become successful, you'll know this as well. It doesn't mean the aggravation stops. You go to another level.
Yeah,
All of a
aggravation
sudden, you've
gets
got
worse.
property invest. This is why AJ, in a way, has kind of stepped back from his businesses for this last run at his career.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, the game's not the game anymore. You're not just a fighter. You've got a property development company. You've got all your commercial responsibilities. You've got your PR responsibilities. You've got your tax implications.
You're managing wealth.
You're managing wealth. You've got your own management company that he's
Yeah.
running, and you've got a payroll of people. And it's like, I think, and what's happened with AJ recently is he's just turned around and gone, do you know what? This is doing my nutting. Let me just concentrate on this last run, which I've got, and I'm just going to be free of all that stuff. And he's got rid of that stuff for now, and he's parked it up.
Yeah.
And he's not, just like you weren't really built and raised to go in and manage property portfolios and your wealth management and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You've had to educate yourself. You've always been sharp, particularly on the property.
Big Lee does a good job now. My big brother,
but
the renovator.
Yeah.
He's on it.
But you have
13
to
and 0 he is.
educate yourself.
13-0 in the
Well,
unlicensed.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's a big lump, he is.
He fancy one on Misfits as well.
Is he? He's a
But no,
big
you're
one.
right. You're managing so much stuff outside of boxing.
There's aggravation. What I'm saying, it
So
doesn't
it-
matter how much money you make.
Yeah.
There's aggravation at all levels of life,
Yeah.
So
So just to go back to the AJ thing and the jealousy thing, and we'll put it to bed. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I wish him all the best. He's such a nice guy, Anthony Joshua. When you're around him and when you're with him, he's good to be around. He's good company. I've not been around him for a few years. When he's made the big money, so he's changed now as a person. I probably don't know AJ now.
I don't think he has. At
okay,
all.
so
No. I mean, but
I don't know
life
that.
changes.
Of course it
Do you know what I
does,
mean?
yeah.
So it's not like.
But there's definitely no bitterness or jealousy from me. I want him to make as much as he can, and more importantly, keep his health intact. And that's why I also feel that maybe it's time to retire soon. 36 years old, he got banjoed by fucking Dubois.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
but you say
and
that.
would you put him back in with Dubois?
If I felt that he was physically and mentally ready, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look.
See, I wouldn't put him back in with that fight.
But look, at the end of the day, you know more than anybody. Your training camp and all that kind of stuff will really tell you where the fighter's at. He had a great camp going into the Dubois fight. He coming off the Wilding win, the Ngannou win. His confidence was high. He was with Ben Davison. He was sparring great. Physically, like all of his training was out on point.
You know, them fights on building up to that, none of them were competitive enough.
No, but all of a sudden he looked under Ben Davison.
Yeah.
Wilding was all right.
He started to look good.
Wilding's like top 20 level, maybe top 15 at the time, but he breezed through him.
Too
What he
good
did
for
to
him.
him was
Too good for
yeah,
him.
but what he did to him was he looked really good.
Yeah.
Ngannou, don't forget, Ngannou beat Tyson Fury, in my opinion. Or it's
Close,
like
wasn't it?
yeah, and he absolutely there was a
Shouldn't
lot
have
of
even
pressure on
shouldn't
that
have even
fight.
been in the fight, should he?
No, but it was, wasn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
you can say that,
Yeah.
but at the
And
end of
AJ
the day,
wiped him out of one shot.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, going into that
Yeah.
fight, he looked great.
Yeah.
Right? He came out, he got caught in the first round, and I thought he showed a lot of heart because he couldn't really control his legs because he was badly hurt,
Yeah.
and he might have been one round away from coming back in the fight, bizarrely, right? Got badly knocked out. I understand.
Yeah.
Now, for me, what you do then is you sit down and you assess the situation. And one of the conversations I had with him and Ben Davis, what was camp like? Like, be honest.
Yeah.
Honestly, he looked fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, we were so confident going into that fight. Some things happened. He got caught in traffic on the way to the fight. He was really late.
Yeah.
He couldn't warm up. Like, little tiny
Yeah, yeah,
things
yeah.
that probably wouldn't make a difference. But to AJ and people like that, sometimes, you know, when you think about things, it can. Anyway.
Regardless of all them little bits and bobs and
Yeah.
nitpicks and this and that, it's heavyweight boxing as well. Get clips on the he could have knocked out Dubois.
Yeah, of course.
And he
But
did
got
catch him before he got caught.
caught heavy in the first round.
Yeah,
he never
yeah, yeah.
really recovered.
So you
right?
can. Lennox Lewis got done by McCall,
so
rematched
what
him.
I would say in that sense is, I want to know what was sparring
Yeah,
like. Did we
yeah,
get dropped in sparring?
yeah.
Like, anyway,
Do you think he can become a 3-time world champion at heavyweight?
depends who he fights.
Who
I
he
mean,
fights, yeah.
I think he can beat anybody in the
Could end
heavyweight
up being
division.
Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, but I think he beats Fabio Wardley.
Yeah.
By the way, Fabio's
He should-
dangerous.
he should do.
Yeah, but
He
you
should
can't.
do.
I've ruled him out about 8 times, Fabio Wardley. So,
yeah, no,
and he's
exactly.
dangerous because he's a
gonna
little
say,
bit naive.
Fabio working away on the outside, trying to outbox and manoeuvre AJ. And AJ's a bit nervous, a bit unsure. You never know what would happen in that
Anything
fight.
could happen.
But that's a good fight for AJ
Yeah.
to potentially become world
but
champion
same
again.
answer.
But
Could
you won't
AJ
go back
become
in.
world heavyweight champion? In my opinion, he beats
Yeah.
Fabio Wardley. So yes, can he beat Alexander Usyk? No, at the moment, no, I don't think he does.
Here's what I think. I think he's had a great career in terms of financial. He's had a great career in terms of who he's fought as well. When he climbed off the floor against Klitschko, which was really his proper world title fight, even though he beat, was it Charles Martin?
Yeah.
Which was kind of a...
And unified against Joseph Parker.
Yeah, exactly. Great win. Great win against Joseph Parker. But the Klitschko fight was his
Yeah, for sure.
sort of launch to the armchair fan. He became a big name. And he's had a great career. But He's 30. Was he 36 or 37?
Yeah, 36.
He's at the age I was when I retired, so I know what it feels like to be 36, 37. Different when you're a heavyweight because you're not making weight. But he got so badly knocked out against Dubois in his last fight. Before then, I think he had too many easy fights. Nothing really competitive. I don't know what his sparring was like, so I'm not around the camps and the gyms, but just word around the campfire.
When you said he had too many easy fights, he fought Usyk back to back.
Yeah, I'm on about after that. I'm on about after that loss.
After two Usyk fights back to back, you fought Yusuf Mack.
Yeah. First easy fight in 12 world title fights
but
back
still,
to back.
It doesn't matter. You still fought Yusuf Mack. So you had one. Look, the Ngannou fight.
I think you wanted me to fight. I found this out the other day actually. He fucking tried to stitch me up. You wanted me to fight Adonis Stevenson, you prick. When I fought Yusuf Mack. You can't chuck me in with a guy who's punches like that. No, he did to
You had a great chin. No one was stopping you.
Do you think I'd have done him?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah. Fucking dangerous fight.
Oh, well, that was moving up to like.
But the Yusuf Mack fight was a first steady fight, easy fight. Loved it.
But what
fucking
I'm
got
saying,
the win.
yeah, but what? Listen.
But AJ had like 4 of them on the spin for me.
No,
and Ngannou's not a boxer.
He had 2.
Otto Wallin.
He had Otto Wallin.
Helenius.
No, yeah, but that was.
Did he fight Pulev as well?
No, but that was.
They're all dog shit though. They're not getting you ready for a.
Pulev was a mandatory for his world title, right? So.
Yeah, I mean you got to take that.
Yeah, but then he comes through. I mean, look at the run he went on. By the way, Dillian White, Charles Martin, Molina, not great. Brazil weren't bad at the time. Vladimir Klitschko, Carlos Takam, who was a handful back then, that was his mandatory. Joseph Parker unification, Alexander Povetkin, who was a fucking bit of a beast when they fought many years ago. Andy Ruiz, disaster. Andy Ruiz, rematch. Pulev, Usyk. And then you're right, went on the run. Franklin, Helenius, didn't look good in those fights.
Was there a reason that Deontay Wilder didn't come up in any of them? Was that fight kind of swerved?
We signed to fight Deontay Wilder
But
before the Wallin fight.
It never happened.
Do you remember? And they were supposed to announce it in the ring.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Joseph Parker.
So got beaten. That was it. No, but I'm on about when he was in his prime, not when he's.
No, I mean, yeah, we'd signed to fight.
Wilder was
and he
around
lost an arbitration. I mean, we signed to fight Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
And Tyson Fury lost his court case and therefore couldn't fight Anthony Joshua.
So
what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this.
Because we're not getting the point, are we?
No.
You make your point.
This is my point. You talked about desire, right? And all I will say to you this is, at the moment, in training camp, in sparring, in all of that, AJ's looking great.
Okay.
Right? Now, I know that when you get in a ring, it's not always the same.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
But we're seeing nothing.
That's all you can go off now.
Yeah, but we're seeing nothing that says, oh, God, his timing's off. He's getting dropped in sparring.
Yeah.
And his desire is greater than it's ever been.
Really?
Right?
So he's saying all the right things as well.
No, but he don't have. You're right. He's got hundreds of millions. I mean, he really don't have to
fight.
If he wanted, he could fight Jake Paul, and then turn around on Friday and go, actually, I'm done.
Well, that's where I was going to get to. So you think he's still got the desire, still wants to become a world champion?
Desire.
Yeah, which is nice to hear because it's going to be exciting watching him try and come back.
If that's all the things. You have to give him the benefit of the doubt to say, all right, by the way, Dubois is a serious fucking puncher. Like, that's not an easy fight at all, right? So, listen, you got beat. Now, if you come back and you don't look good, I think your opinions start to become a little bit more valid, right? Listen, he ain't looking good anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I know it's easy now to go, oh, it was Wallin and it was Ngannou, but at the same time, he did look good in those fights under Ben Davison. He looked more aggressive. He's very heavy-handed.
He didn't struggle.
Okay, so, I mean, Jake Paul, who knows what's going to happen tomorrow night? But moving forward, he's going to fight Tyson Fury. Now, if he's not the fighter, if he is finished, he probably won't beat Tyson Fury. But if he beats Tyson Fury, how can we sit here now and go, oh yeah, you should have packed it up after the Daniel Dubois fight? He's coming out, he's beat Tyson Fury.
No, you can't.
He's made 100 million plus. He's still loving the game.
I'm talking about becoming a world champion again and becoming a serious competitor at heavyweight in the world division, and becoming a world champ. And the way I see it is, after the Dubois loss, which was like 15 months ago now.
Yeah, 14 months ago.
He's fighting fucking Jake Paul, the fucking clown world. Like, this is a mismatch of the highest order. It's a fucking ridiculously stupid fight for Jake Paul if AJ takes it seriously and tries. It's ridiculous. I can understand AJ taking it, and I've got nothing against AJ fighting Jake Paul, by the way, and taking the old Bunsen burner, because it'd be fucking big.
It's big.
I'm not going to ask you how much he's getting paid, but it's going to be big money. He's got to take the fight. I'd take the fight. Anyone that says he should. Well, my point is, lost to Dubois. He's had 15 months out of the ring. Now he's cashing in with Jake Paul, which you can't fault him. And then after that, the only thing he's got that can be available is the Tyson Fury fight. Then that's it. It's finished.
Maybe. But what if he beats Tyson Fury and looks great? He's
going to be 38. He's going to probably have another 100 million in the bank. But he's not going to fight on. He's not going to fight on.
If he goes in there and beats Tyson Fury,
yeah,
and looks great, and still loves the game, and you turn around, you go, wow, what a performance. What wouldn't you just go, fucking go on, lad? Fucking fight, become a 3-time world heavyweight champion. But it comes down to desire.
If he still wants
performance
it.
by performance.
Yeah.
Listen, he could go in there tomorrow night, Carl, and not. Like, I'm not expecting him.
Don't say he's going to lose to Jeff.
No, but he has been out the ring for 14 months.
Yeah, it's a long time. It's too long.
There is actually a
It's
lot
too
of
long.
pressure on this fight.
And that's
not
another
to
reason.
win,
That's another
but
reason why I
everyone's
don't.
going, oh, it's got to go one round. It's got like.
Yeah.
Ultimately, Jake is English title level at cruiserweight.
I don't mind giving
right?
him 2 rounds, AJ. 2 rounds
Okay,
is okay.
I think 3, but whatever.
Because you can have a look in
But
round
yeah,
1.
yeah.
You can have a little look.
Yeah, but
And
you
then-
don't know. It's a 22-foot ring. He's going to be running around. He's going to be trying to hold him. He's going to be like
Not
you
big
know.
enough, is it? Okay, no.
No, but listen. I mean, like you said, not my fight, not my promotion. We got a phone call, and they said, "Here's the money to fight Jake Paul."
Yeah.
AJ's got a new team, right? All U6 training team. He wanted. This is
I bet he's
actually.
hooked up with them. That's
Yeah, this is.
interesting move.
Yeah, but I just think
Not a bad move. but-
something different. I mean, he's very happy, but he gets the chance to run out with those guys. He's actually supposed to fight in February, March time. You know, another heavyweight, proper heavyweight fight, and then fight Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
So
this fight with Jake Paul is an absolute touch of all touches.
Touch.
If nothing else, he's getting paid heavily for a steady spar.
Yeah, basically. But that's what he wanted.
Yeah.
We were going to fight in Riyadh on November 22nd.
Yeah, I remember
Over
you
8
saying,
rounds.
Yeah.
Because he goes, what? He goes, I've got my new team. He goes, rather than going into a stadium and fighting like a top 10 guy, I'd quite like just to go out and just ice someone. So we were fighting a guy called Cassius Chaney on that card.
Really.
Now we're doing it against Jake Paul for 50 times more money.
I'd love to sit and have a chat with AJ and get inside his head and ask him what keeps him ticking. How's he still got the desire? Has he got the desire? If I'm sitting looking at
you
it,
can't question a desire. That's one thing you
are
can't do.
you're saying he definitely wants to become a world champ again?
Yeah.
A genuine bona fide world champ?
Yeah.
See, I
mate,
find
he's-
that fascinating.
He's working his nuts off,
Yeah.
Carl, every day.
Great.
I know,
great.
but
That's so-
therefore, like
Yeah.
that, and that's why
So you
it
have to get
hurts
behind. You
more
have to get
when
behind
it's-
him.
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
have
saying.
to get behind him. Yeah.
So I don't care you going. I don't think
Yeah.
he's the fighter he was,
Yeah.
but I tell you what, I have to respect the
grind. When you don't need
and
to.
the desire.
The desire. I don't
so,
understand
so
the
I
desire.
tell you what, good luck to him. Now listen, you get beat again, mate. You have to say you're done.
Yeah.
But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because
Yeah.
he's working well. The word is he looks great in camp. The proof will be in the fight. Probably not tomorrow night.
Mm.
But you know, I just feel like when he's such a he puts everything into it and like he respects you. Do you know what I mean? Your opinion matters to him.
Yeah.
And I think it's a bit disheartening. Bloody hell, look at that dolphin. Wait for it. Hang on, wait for it.
We like dolphins. Where there's one, there's usually a few.
Wait, that was unbelievable.
Do you want a shot?
Oh, okay.
If it makes
Man,
another
Vic,
appearance,
keep
we'll
your
spin
eye
it.
out on that. That was unbelievable. I
Spin it.
couldn't believe what I saw there.
Did it jump
Anyway,
out of water?
yeah, it was just like come up like this. Yeah.
Did it have one of them balls on its nose?
Yeah. And I thought it was at SeaWorld for a minute. And then, like, so, you know,
But it's your job as a promoter to back him and tell everybody that he wants to
yeah,
come
but
back.
I'm not lying
so we'll
to
see.
you as well. All I'm telling you is he's always respected you, right?
yeah.
You come through together.
Yeah.
He's always looked up to you.
Yeah.
And your opinion, although he may not admit your opinion matters, it definitely does because you're a respected figure.
Yeah.
And you're someone that he looked at as a real fighter,
Yeah.
right? And I think sometimes you'll be thinking to himself, I don't understand why Froch is
Why is
saying
Froch
it.
hammering me?
And it's not, again, it's the way that you do it,
Mm.
yeah? And I know it's your delivery,
Mm.
but to some people it's like, why are you almost like goading or belittling me, saying like, his chin's gone, he's banjoed, he's out on a good all gangly, like, and it's like, for me, you can say that you don't think AJ has it anymore, but it's just got to be a little. I would like it to be a little bit more balanced, but I'm biased because he's my mate,
Yeah,
and you're my mate. Like, and I would never let anyone say that about you when you were coming through because I didn't believe it anyway,
Yeah.
and I don't believe what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's not just me having his back.
Yeah.
If I thought AJ was finished, mate, I would be telling him.
Mm.
And I know you think, yeah, but you're making money out of it. But like, and we could fight Jake Paul whether we were done or not. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, of course. This fight's irrelevant.
But we're not. This popped up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I just-
Do you think AJ would all of a sudden fly to Valencia, right? Team up with a load of Ukrainians and Russians that he's never actually met before
Worked
in
with,
his
yeah.
life and start a 10-week camp of getting absolutely mullered. These blokes have mullered him, butchered him. You know, U16, they're militant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's every day he's grafted
Yeah,
his
that's
nuts
why I
up.
said he deserves respect for that.
Yeah, but
and,
that's it.
And
that's
I can't,
it.
And I
But
can't
you
believe
can
where
say-
he gets that
yeah,
desire from.
but he's got it.
I'd like to chat
So
with him about
you know,
it.
yeah, but
and
that he's
ask him.
got it.
Yeah.
So like you said, yours went. He's ain't.
Yeah, mine definitely went.
But
I lost the love. I lost the love
But when
for
you're
it.
physically spent,
Yeah.
doesn't matter what your desire is. You can still want it, but
Absolutely.
if you ain't got it anymore, you got to stop.
Yeah.
But at the moment, we're seeing good everything. Like the Usyk team, I'd sit down with these guys privately. How's he looking? Fucking
Yeah.
great. Woof. Now I know they're all, on the road show, but they're I spoke to Usyk.
Yeah.
He's excited, so.
I think he fights Jake Paul tomorrow. Splatters him.
Mm.
He should do. If he don't, there's fucking something wrong. Can't go anywhere near the distance. You've got to beat him. He's too big. It's just too big for him.
I know. I just
Tommy Fury beat Jake Paul.
I know, as the fight gets closer, though, you start looking at Jake.
Thinking.
But
Yeah.
do you think
He looks terrible on the bags and the pads. Jake Paul does.
he can't fight going backwards?
can't get
and he
close.
can't fight on the inside.
He can't get close to him because he's too big. He's going to get leaned on and out-strengthed. At range, he's going to be getting hit with that horrible jab. Them jabs out them little gloves. If AJ lands one right hand anywhere around the shoulder or the body, it's going to fucking do him.
I wonder if he's shitting himself.
It's like he's off his head, isn't he, Jake Paul?
He is.
So-
I quite like it. Like
It's crazy.
he's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot of businesses. But this is
This ain't a smart move.
no.
Like, he's
But
never
I
fun-
think what happened is he was fighting Gervonta Davis. He had the payday
That
in
was
his
bombing,
mind.
though, wasn't it? No one was interested.
Yeah, but he had the payday in his mind,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you lose the payday.
Yeah.
It's off, and you're like, no, find me someone else. Then Netflix come in and go, well, Anthony Joshua, and you're like, probably paid him a little bit more money.
And he's getting loads of shit as well, wasn't he? He's almost doubled down.
Yeah,
He's
but
gone,
he's
right,
like,
fuck it, I'll fight
fuck
AJ.
you, everybody, I'll show you. I'm like,
I still don't believe he's going to fight him until he gets in that
I
ring.
know, I've been thinking that, but
Until he gets
no,
in,
now
I don't
we're
think it's
too
happening.
deep, mate. I think everyone's too deep.
But yeah, good luck to AJ. Fair play to him. You've got to give him credit. If the desire's there and you're saying it's there, I've got no beef with him. Listen, my delivery, the way I say stuff,
I know.
it's not just AJ,
Yeah, but-
it's anybody else. It's just how I
I
am.
know,
I
but
say,
if it
listen,
means something to someone,
yeah,
and
yeah.
and they respect you, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just look at it and go, why would you say it like that?
Yeah.
We've always.
I don't think he respects me that much. I think he talks a little bit of shit.
No, but
The
you've
Ron
had your
McCracken
fallouts.
thing does him.
No, but you've had your fallouts over the years. You can't expect him. I don't know about respect, but you can't expect him to like what you say. All I'm saying is, coming through as a fighter, you were always someone that he looked up to.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
He took a lot of advice off me before he signed with you, by the way, and I had a couple of in-depth conversations with him. I was like, listen, you want to be on Sky, and you want to be on Sky pay-per-view, the best platform. It was then anyway. It's not now. Now you'll tell us it's DAZN, which it is. So he made the right move, and I was close to him, having good conversations with him, training with him, and there's still a respect for him. If I saw him probably, I think it was a couple of years ago now, and I'd said a few bits about his losses and that, and he just come up and poked me in the stomach and went, right, trouble, Froch, and he's just laughing, and I think, you know what, he's fucking sandy, isn't it? Proper nice guy.
Listen, mate,
but there's always other sides to people.
He is an everyone's got the good and bad points. Yeah. I can't fault him on any level. Yeah. You can be a bit of an arsehole. I can be a selfish, probably a little bit arrogant at times. But see, what made you was the way that you are. I say it to everyone all the time. You are stubborn, you're a competitor, and you're not always a really nice guy. I'm sure AJ's not always a really nice guy, but I'll tell you what, the time that he has for people, and I can't knock the guy. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah, I know
listen,
what you're saying.
we'll talk about it till the cow hugger. All I'm saying is that, and this is what I said before, where, I know that we don't work together anymore, but we've been through a lot, and like I see everybody as one. Like when he left Rob, and I was gutted because, Rob is. I say I was never like close to Rob. I respect him. Rob's not that kind of personality where you get really close to. Do you know what I mean? Because he's Rob's Rob.
Quite standoffish.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I respect Rob so much, and I never wanted that relationship to end, but it does, and. I just hope that everyone can just go like.
Did you try and do anything to keep that relationship together, or did you not get involved?
No, because I think it lost him as a trainer and a fighter.
Yeah.
And once that happens, it's only a matter of time. But that matter of time went on too long because of AJ's respect for Rob McCracken.
Yeah.
A lot of fighters would have gone, boom, I'm done.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything, mate. Boom. But AJ was like, no, I don't want to. Even though.
In fact, it was hard
even though
for
the
him, found it
camp was
awkward and
crowded, and I'd go down there and I'd be like, this just isn't working.
Yeah.
But AJ was like, Rob ain't going.
Yeah.
Rob's my guy, but I think Rob was then unhappy because the camp wasn't going how Rob would want, and then it kind of got to a point where it was like, guys, you just got to respect each other here and go, thank you.
I think where AJ is now, then, for me, like I said, I probably said earlier, he's had 13 months out. He fights Jake Paul tomorrow and flattens him. and then hopefully gets the Tyson Fury fight. That's a big fight, even
Yeah.
though it's too late. It's a bit of a Kell Brook Amir Khan for me. It should have happened.
I
years
don't
ago.
think I don't think it's that stage in their career.
Do you not?
No. Well, let's see.
They're both past
You
the
know,
best, aren't they? They've
I mean,
both
look,
lost.
To be honest with you, Tyson Fury had 2 very good fights with Usyk.
And so
right?
did AJ.
I thought he lost by 1 or 2 rounds for the undisputed heavyweight world
Do you think
champion.
he gave Usyk a better fight than AJ, as in it was closer? Do you think he was?
I think no. I mean, the second AJ fight, I thought was maybe the best performance against Usyk. After 10 rounds, it looked like he might even stop him. And then Usyk in 11, after 9 rounds, in 10, 11, 12, Usyk did what I could not
Usyk
believe.
just came out,
I
switched
mean,
on, didn't
he put it on him.
How good is he?
And he was like, he was done.
Unbelievable. The way he was,
Yeah.
I think he kissed
I
his,
thought
he kissed his
Fury-
cross, didn't he?
yeah,
And
I know.
crossed himself, came out
I
that
know,
next round
I
and
know.
just upped it, didn't he?
Yeah, but this
Just
is-
went to
this-
another level.
You know, this faith thing, which seems to be ever increasing in our world today.
Absolutely.
Every fighter
Yeah.
seems
Yeah,
to
it
say, "My Lord and Saviour Jesus Christ," and it's a powerful thing.
Listen, I think it's something that without going political, but I think the public of the UK need to pick up a Bible and read it.
Have
and
you gone
and
that
have a
way?
look at it. Listen, I've got respect for all religions, but my best mate is a Christian now,
Yeah.
born again Christian. So it's come in front of me
Yeah.
a lot. So I read the Bible.
Yeah.
Find it very interesting.
Do you know what? I'm actually the
and
same.
my brother's
I-
8 years. Well,
yeah.
Big Lee had a bit of a wobble. So he's not 8, he was 8 years sober, and then
Yeah.
he fell off, and he's back on. He's back on it now more than ever. And his connection with Jesus now and God, his faith.
It's a remarkable
It's
thing.
really
I
helping
find
him.
it fascinating.
Yeah.
And I've started reading the Bible a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by the scriptures and
More
the Psalms.
people should. You've
because-
got nothing to lose.
No, but I just feel like, but for someone to put the path in God's hands, I think is a remarkable thing.
Yeah.
It was Katie Taylor actually that she bought me my Bible.
Oh, really?
I travel around with
Yeah.
it, and it was looking at her and looking at how she trusts in Him, in everything. And it was like when she lost, she was absolutely devastated. But it was like this is part of my, God's wish.
Yeah.
And it was like, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's actually really powerful.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Faith. Faith is amazing.
Yeah.
But we
But
could be
faith.
we could be here
See,
for
Jake
another
Paul
hour.
can talk about this is the path that it
Yeah.
ain't. You know,
Path is.
and when Jake Paul starts saying, I've manifested this,
Yeah.
I've seen it, I've talked it into existence. It's very difficult when you're talking about a physical sport, especially like boxing. That's like me saying, see that, I could swim over there. Do you know what I mean? I'll make that. I've seen it, mate. I believe in myself. Physically, I don't have the capabilities to do it.
I think you could. If you floated on your back.
Yeah, but you
you've
know
got
what
some
I'm saying?
got some
But it's
armbands.
like, you know boxing. You can't just say, no, I've
Yeah.
seen myself
Yeah.
beating Anthony Joshua.
Yeah. I'll wrap AJ up now
Yeah.
by saying, in my opinion, he fights. I might have already said it. He fights
Yeah.
Jake Paul
Yeah.
tomorrow, splatters him, and then hopefully gets the Tyson Fury
Yeah.
fight. Win or lose, it'll be close. It could go either way for me. Don't know who wins that. AJ could win it. Fury could box rings around him, keep him out of the way, and just hold on to him, make it a messy fight, one where he loses. But after that, I'd like to see him just. Not I'd like to see him. If he wants to carry on, he can carry on. But I think that'll be it
Yeah.
because he'll
But
have the
then
Jake
what
Paul
if-
money. Then
but
he'll have
what-
the
yeah,
he'll
but
have the
forgetting the
Tyson
money for a
Fury
minute.
money.
Say that he fights Tyson
And then-
Fury, looks
Yeah,
sensational,
if
knocks
it
him
looks
spark
great.
out,
Yeah,
and then he gets a shot at the world heavyweight title.
Yeah.
And he wants it so bad.
Depends who it is.
I know, but
Depends who it is.
Yeah, I get
If
it.
it's Dubois, no. If it's Fabio Wardley,
But he can beat
why
Dubois.
not roll the dice?
He can beat
Yeah, but he
Dubois.
could get badly hurt against Dubois, and he's been out the ring now 13 months.
But not by then. You know.
No, but he's been out the ring 13 months, longer, 15
But we're
months.
talking about if he beats Tyson Fury, like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. But
we'll see.
yeah, I think that's a wrap, mate. I think we're done.
Right, good.
We didn't have a fight or any arguments.
No,
We've
we're never going to have a fight.
ironed a few things out.
Yeah.
You didn't get ironed out. I didn't get ironed out.
Just trying to think about your
Anything
career.
else you want to
really.
talk about? Well, I've got you.
No, I don't. I mean, Froch and Hearn's flying, isn't it?
Froch and Fighting is the biggest channel
You
in the
You are a
business.
funny bastard. You are a funny bastard. I watch your stuff sometimes.
You might say some of my delivery pisses you off, especially when it's
doesn't-
AJ.
no, it's only- yeah.
But you do enjoy it, don't you?
Yeah, but listen, when it's not my mate and when I don't care, I find it really funny. So you're
Yeah.
not. It's not like.
So it's a little bit hypocritical.
I would say so. Yeah,
enjoy
but
it,
also when it's us and when it's you, like I would never come to you and say, mate, don't say that about. Like you're gonna say you're Froch, right? You're gonna say whatever you want. I'm just saying when someone is giving everything to something and come up with you like there's enough like you can say all that, but then you can say, but I'll tell you something now. His desire is unbelievable, and I have to respect it.
Yeah.
And if he's still got it, good luck to him. But my personal opinion is he doesn't, and he should retire. But listen, wow,
Yeah.
I lost desire after the Groves fight, and I knew my time had come. And if that desire still exists, listen, fair play to him. Good
Yeah.
luck. That's it.
I don't think we're going to learn much, are we, in the Jake Paul fight?
No.
We're going to learn much about AJ and
well,
where he's at.
we are if you don't look good. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we're going to the 7th round,
Yeah, but
but his timing's off, and
he'd have to be so bad to not look good against Jake Paul.
Well, we'll see.
He'd have to
won't
be
we?
so bad.
Listen, I just want to get it done. I mean,
Yeah. And there's definitely no chance of this being a little tacit agreement in the background.
absolutely not.
It's illegal, isn't it?
It is, and we wouldn't do it anyway.
Wouldn't do it.
And
no.
like, one,
that's
by the
most
way,
people are like, no, that's
not
fixed.
that we wouldn't do it if it was because it's. I mean, that's a federal offence, by the way.
Absolutely.
But we wouldn't do an exhibition.
No.
It's so cringe. Like we don't want to go. You look bad.
Yeah.
We can't afford to look bad. We're going to
Yeah.
negotiate a Tyson Fury fight. You think we want to come out and everyone goes, "Oh, AJ's done. He's finished." The value of the Tyson Fury negotiations go down the pan.
Yeah.
We want to look unbelievable.
course.
Massive audience on Netflix, and everyone goes, "Wow, that Anthony Joshua, he's the man."
Yeah.
And then I want to get the money up to fight Tyson Fury.
Have you got any insight to his game plan?
No,
There's not a game plan.
no. I would be
You've
shocked.
not heard go in there for a couple of rounds, use your jab, move around.
Not a couple of rounds. But I wouldn't be surprised if he just had a look for a minute.
Round one, just a
Like-
minute, yeah.
Not even a whole round. Look at Ngannou. He had a look there,
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah.
And then pinged him with with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah.
But that's if Jake makes a move
Yeah.
and shows any ambition.
Tries to
My
come
God,
forward.
he's going to
Yeah.
get absolutely.
Walk into
I know, but I think he'll think if I can do 3 or 4 rounds,
Yeah.
and then the ref saves me a little
It's
bit.
going to be hard to run from AJ.
Yeah,
'Cause he's-
22-foot ring, which isn't really going to matter.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bigger ring, but Olympic champ, 2-time champ,
Yeah.
world champ against top fighters.
Yeah.
All right, he's got beat, but he's been knocked out because he's a heavyweight boxer,
Mm.
and he's only lost convincingly against one of the best,
Mm.
maybe arguably of all time.
Mm.
And he still went 24 rounds.
Yeah,
he
I
still
know,
went the
yeah,
distance
yeah.
twice. So you can't give him any stick in that sense.
Mm.
And you put that in with Jake Paul. For me, it's like fucking. So I just wondered if they've gone right. You know what we'll do? We'll just have a couple of rounds behind the jab.
You can't do.
Get a
it.
bit
I
of
mean,
ring rust off.
You can't
take your time.
You know, imagine if that.
If he goes in there and lets shots go from round one,
he will.
His fight's fucking done.
Yeah, well, he will.
Straight away.
But let's, listen. I hope Jake Paul comes out all right, but I hope it's clean as well.
Mm.
Do
What do you make of AJ saying, "I'll kill someone if I have to. I'll kill him"?
What he said that he was talking about his mentality.
I know I wasn't talking about.
Yeah, but it's
Jake
his
Paul.
mentality.
Yeah.
So they said like, don't do you ever go in and think you might take it easy? And like he goes, no, look, if I have to kill someone in there, I'll kill. And
I
of
used a
course,
metaphor with Kessler and got
I
fined
know,
off the
I know,
board.
I know,
Remember,
but
you
like,
was there with that one.
But also, I get people say, oh, you shouldn't say that, and I understand. But also, you understand what he means.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. He wants Jake Paul to leave the ring safely.
When you see that clip, though, it looks terrible and it's a bit stupid of him, I think. Was you a bit like, oh, shut up?
You can't win either way.
Was you thinking,
he's
shut
been
up
so
or not?
tame for so many years
Yeah, true.
by saying things, and people say he's a bit boring. Come on, say something.
Yeah.
Stick it on him.
Yeah.
And then you say that, and everyone goes, "Oh, that's a disgrace."
Yeah,
It's like
it was a bit
I-
random.
I-
It was a bit random.
Yeah, I mean, I think that ultimately you got Jake Paul saying. I mean, Jake Paul said it as well, but he don't really know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But you hope that Jake Paul gets out of the ring safely.
Yeah.
But the best scenario for Jake Paul is that he doesn't get hurt too bad.
Don't get hurt,
One
yeah.
round the side of the head, wobbles, goes down, gets up, little sustained attack with nothing major landing,
ref
and the ref
jumps in.
goes, "That's enough."
That'll do.
What a result for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other side is a 4 or 5 punch combination where every punch lands clean,
Yeah.
and that's
Just one
that
heavy
ain't gonna be-
punch.
yeah.
Straight on the chin could snap his neck.
No.
It's not big enough, is it?
No.
It's quite a lump though.
220
But it's not
pounds
naturally.
heavyweight,
It's
yeah.
just not
Yeah, no,
naturally big
no.
enough. Listen, Eddie, it's been a pleasure.
And you, mate.
Nice to see you again. Thanks for joining me. And
Congratulations.
good luck on Friday.
Cheers,
Friday.
mate.
Is there a reason it's Friday, not Saturday?
No, Netflix like Friday nights
Yeah.
for some reason. But
Fair enough.
what are you going to do? Watch it in a bar?
I've got tickets.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've got
well
tickets.
done.
Yeah, we've been invited out.
They might turf you out.
We're working for Zapply. We was talking about testosterone earlier.
Yeah.
And as you get older as an Asian man, what
Yeah.
are you? You're 30, what?
46.
46. So
Testosterone's a bit
not
low.
far
I
behind me.
don't mind saying it. I had it tested. It's a bit low. So.
I'm going to give you a packet of Testo Charge.
Right.
I've got some out here. I'll bring them. Don't leave home without them now.
Right, okay.
Then you wake up with a raging hard. I won't go into it. But you know when you was in your 20s. I'm back
How
in the
old are you
game.
now?
I'm back in the game. 48.
Oh, yeah.
And it's down to this product. I'm not
Okay.
I'm not pushing it for the sake of it because I don't take any old shit. This product, honestly, it's really ashwagandha. It's got
well, I got
boron.
that. We got.
It's got.
I won't.
it's got
I
a-
won't just
it's got
drop
a
our
blend.
partner as well. 10% club.
It's
but
got a
listen,
blend. It's got a blend. that's-
Ashwagandha.
It's working. Trust me.
Tonga alley.
Right. Okay.
All of that stuff. But
Yeah.
listen.
Well, it's got a fantastic blend. Get it down, yeah, and you see the results.
Okay, mate.
You're smiling because you're thinking about that raging, aren't you? Thinking about.
I wasn't thinking about yours, to be honest with you.
I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah,
Eddie.
thanks, mate.
Thanks for joining us.
Cheers, mate.
Take care.